Fenland Crusader here, and welcome to part 13. So we moved on a little bit, got the points and that on the combine. I've got this one to do, but we've got a bent and broken divider there which I've got to sort out. So yeah, funny old week. Had to do a few jobs with, can't see from here, but a bit more to the shed, and getting ready for show, and so forth. So a bit of a mixed bag, but this coming weekend is the official combine weekend, assuming of course we've got the weather. So it's all on this next weekend combine day, work day, and that'll be the big one we've been waiting for. So sit back and enjoy, and I'll catch up with you next time. Where are you going? Right, there you go. So one of the things you do is you forget little items because you're pushing forward and you want to get on, and then when you've done it you think, oh bugger, I ain't put that on. And this is one of them such things, and that's the belly plate, well, I say belly plate, the skid pan for the bottom of the bed, which I didn't put back on. It'd have been a whole lot easier if I'd done it while the bed was upside down, but I didn't, so I've got it to do the hard way now. I will learn one day, I suppose. And then obviously we've just got to slip these guards on so we can move forward. This next weekend coming is combine day, weather permitting of course, and because I've got to get this one out. So we still got a bit to do, amongst other jobs that I've had to do, and you know, we cut a bit of a fine line sometimes, but we're getting there. Okay, so that's the belly pan back on, look. Or I will call it belly pan, but skid plate is back on, look. And you'll notice I've got my axle stand in there, look, just in case. This time we didn't need it, but you never know, you look. So, oh dear. So that's that one. There's a stand up. So that's that one. So on to the next. We'll have a go at the guard. Okay, so we're going to have a go now at sorting this door out for the top of the beta bars, and I don't know whether you should see that on camera, but yeah, it sort of looks flat on the camera, but probably you can see it's curved up, almost, you know, like somebody's been jumping up and down on it, but it's curved up. The handles are seized up, so I need to address that. And because the other thing that I need to sort out is on this side, and that's the restrictor plate, baffle plate, whatever you call it, and all that you know, bobs up and down like it's supposed to do. This one's got itself a bit out of order, and you can't move that one, but when you do this, the hinge ain't working, so it just needs sorting out a bit to square the job up. And I've got a bit of gout in along here. I had to repair that on my other combine, and I believe I did that last year. So I may find a piece of 2-ball box and just put in the top edge of that, just to keep some strength into it, so when you stand on it again it's got a bit of strength. So the thing is now is to cut these rivet top head bits off and get the handles out and get them free. Then I can knock everything flat and then refit my handles. But and obviously I've got to try and dismantle the springs and sort the hinge out. So I'll crack on with that and see how far we get. Okay, so the hinge actually wasn't too bad. It's sort of working reasonably well. It's just it's sitting flat on its back, so we just need to straighten that out of it. But I just wanted to show you this, look. Look at that, look, been wedged in there for years, look. It's not a brush. It blew me barley ones, look. Incredible, look. Look at the rubbish stuff, look. Been wedged and packed in there for years, look. Anyway, so it's got that off. You can see she's a bit bent, so we'll straighten her out and give it back some life. Catch you on the next. So I cut the top off, which is obviously the rough bit, and just left the two bottom bits, almost like railway track. And so I can clean all the crap out from the bottom, look. And then I'll, because it's not flat, but now, at least now I can level that up because I can, punch down in here. And then I'll make a new piece of box or half a piece of round or whatever, just to sit in there, to sort of finish it off. I've got some small bits of box. It's actually a bit big, but do something like that so that it creates that bit. I've got a nice piece of round pipe there, look, which sort of a bit bigger than that, but I'll find something sort of suited, and then just tack weld that in. That'll put a bit of spine back into the tin. So I'll get that all cleaned up and ready to go. So the top of that is pretty much the same as my bit of pipe, look. So, that'll do the job a treat. Plus it's galvanised, so it's not going to rot out from inside, is it? So yeah, I'll crack on and get that done. Right, so I've got the ends all pretty much flattened out. And what I've done, I've got a big bit of bar there, look, 15mm. And I'll just sit on the edges all the way along, give it a good clout. And the same with this edge here. I hit that down there, hit it in the middle, and then hit it down there, and then, to be fair, all the way along, and that's flattened it out a treat. Another little thing here as well, these edges was closed right over to the outside edge. Well, our combine upstand plate that this sits on should go in there. And what this was, it was closed over and it had gone down it, so that's telling me that the door wasn't firmly on and firmly down, because this bit would have been in the way because it was closed right over in these edges, and the other side was the same. That was all bent over right over to that side. So, and you can see like it's that one's actually quite strong, but this one's a bit on the flimsy side, look. But pretty much all the way along they were. So I'll make sure that when we get it on, that the upstand of the drum, will sit right tight down into that groove, and then that pretty much job will be right. And again, like got this here, so it's working okay. We'll give it a little bit of lubrication as well, but so yeah, all is good. I'll just get this bit sorted and then we're on. So that's the bit of tube stitched in. and it sits in there well. Can I see the old bit? Chucked it out somewhere. I can't find it now. Bugger. No, I can't see it. Yeah, I mean the radius that fits okay, like, you know, and it's stitched in 4 or 5 places all the way along, so it won't come out, but it's good and strong. It's fairly flat on the back. I say fairly flat. I've just got to level them bits out, but it's nearly there. That end's all good now. I've got the gaps in all this edges here where the tin slots inside, and the engine's working. Albeit I've got to put the split pins back in the gaps. Back in there. Split pins back in there. So, yep, catch you in a minute. Okay, so there you have it then. She's a bit of tube in there, look. Just puts a bit of strong back in there. It's got a nice round edge to it. And I welded the washers back on where I ground the rivet head off. And they all fit nicely now, look. And this one's the same, look. So hopefully they won't rust up in a hurry. And because the old panel is as near as damn it, as straight as you're going to get it. So it'll look okay at that. And I've just noticed that this edge, look, is just turned out and it's split right in the corner. So I will just tap that down and close that up. And then that's it. Job's a pretty good one. I mean, you can get carried away and replace all these little bits and pieces, but when you get down to it, the bit behind it's going to be a bit rough as well. So we'll just make the best of what there is. What I've done is going to outlast the rest of the tin, and to be fair, probably outlast the rest of my bloody life. But there you go. So yeah, we'll call that do. Okay then. So this is the moment of truth. We'll put him in there. She's slipped underneath, which is good. And she's not quite right down, so we'll just not far enough. There you go. Yeah. That's pretty much it. No in yet. Let me just see if I can set you up somewhere. As you might guess, it's blooming dark, and this is the trouble we're fighting with now all the time, isn't it? Is the blooming dark. I don't know whether you can see anything or not, but I've just got to have both hands on this. Okay, I don't know whether you see any of that or not, but it's gone on nicely, and she's in there, and she's a bit on the springy side there, and it was quite tight getting that one in, and this one hasn't quite gone right home. Let's put a bit more light on the job. There, look. It started, but it's just a bit too much to do by hand. A gentle kick might just do it. Yeah, so I just kicked it, look, and it's gone under. Come out the other side, look. And to be fair, that one could do with just coming around a bit more as well. Let me just give it a... There you go. So, that's good. It needs to be tight. But as you can see now, look, it's all nice and flat. It's not bent. And the sides are lapped right round as they should be. And all in all, that's a good job. And just to let you know, we're here 9:05, and this is on a Saturday night. So I better call that do. And so we've got the skirt to put in there, yeah, like a baffle skirt, and then the skirt that hangs at the back on the hood where the straw comes out of, and then I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on and make sure we've got everything done other than bolting the toolbox on and putting the seat on, you know, silly things like that. Yeah, and there comes another one to mind. Got to do the dip switch for the hydraulics for the reel. So a couple of, you know, silly little jobs, and then we'll be done. And that's where we are, look, late at night. Well, it's not late, but it's blooming dark. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Also, I've been doing a bit more shed work. Got the last stanchion in now on this corner. It's coming together slowly. So it soon soaks the hours up all these little jobs. So this is all that's left of the house. Just 2 remaining walls. Gobbled up with a JCB bucket. So yeah, we've been clearing a bit of brick rubble away this week as well, and you've got a little bit more to do, and to make way for the new footings. So as you can see, you know, there's stuff everywhere, but it's a fairish clearance, I can tell you. So that's some of the stuff we've been doing this week. So, the green crop loader. Traditional 4-wheel trailer. Standard Fordson. So this is where we are now. One of the jobs we've been working towards, getting this to the show. And this show is the We'll Meet Again World War II Museum at Freeston Shore. And this is what I was doing pretty much all day yesterday, carting the bits and pieces here, just so people could see the way some of the stuff would have been done in the war. Not particularly, not sure when ED40 was, I think it might be a bit later, but anyway, it sort of gives you the theme of what's going on. The traditional Jeep and bits and pieces, look. And the Hurricane in the background. So if you've seen the film of the Battle of Britain, this particular Hurricane was on the end of the runway running. When I say running, the propeller was going round, because it hasn't got a Merlin in there at all, because it's a mock-up one. But it was running, and there was one similar to it next door, and it got blown up, and that's right at the beginning of the film. And this is the that particular one. So it to be at a museum, just something like that, although it's not real, it gives a good sense of what the job was all about. So yeah, so just a little bit different. So yeah, food cars and nice little gathering. Two barn engines. So yeah, we can see where we're at this week.